Well, hello there. Welcome back to Sowing the Bourbon. I'm Glenn. This is Charlie. Charlie, why don't you tell them what is in store for them tonight?
Tonight we have an offering from Hard Truth Distillery here in Indiana. Their wheated bourbon, which is also bottled and bond.
Bottled and bond. Yes, this is part 2 of our Hard Truth series. And also tonight, we have a giveaway.
Watch till the end.
All right, so Hard Truth Sweet Mash Wheated Bourbon, part 2 of our Hard Truth series on their new releases. We'll run through it just really quickly again. This is this number 2 bottle in 3 releases that Hard Truth has
Of their own distillate.
their own distillate.
They're here.
Right in the glass.
They're sending their own stuff. No more sourcing things. This is theirs. Small batches, which what's awesome about their small batches is they tell you what that means. This is 30 barrels or less. Yep. This is a bottled and bond product. Mash bill 69 corn, 19 wheat, 12% malted barley.
Yes, Mash Bill 2.
Mash bill 2, and it is bottled and bond, so it's 100 proof, at least 4 years old. Do I like wheated bourbons?
You typically do not, although recently,
I have had
we have had some that
Yes.
you like.
I have had a few that I have not had great disdain for. I'm excited about this one just because.
I'll tell you what, let's not make the good people wait. Let's just get into it.
Let's not. Let's look at it. Let's see what it looks like.
This is, I'm trying to determine if this is maybe a little bit darker than
I think it is. I
bourbon.
definitely think it is darker, but I also get that same orange hue that if you watched part 1, the sweet mash bourbon had, I felt like almost an orange or a tangerine hue to it, which I think is beautiful. This has that same kind of hue to it.
Yep, I'll go with you on that.
Puts another
Sticks to the glass
awesome.
pretty well.
I mean, it's sticky as a bird.
Sticky as a bird.
Puts a nice ring around. Should we nose?
We should know.
Oh, gosh dang it. Weeded funk.
I think it has a nice nose.
It does.
It still has that kind of fruit forward nose, but it does have the wheat funk.
Floral and fruity, very similar to the sweet mash bourbon, but I get that wheated, that kind of sweet, wheated funkiness.
A little mustiness.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, don't get me wrong, it's
Not
not a
bad,
bad nose.
no.
It's the floral and the fruit really come through. Very similar to sweet mash rye. So I'm excited for this one. Let's see
Cheers.
what it tastes like. Hard Truth.
Tell you what, I like that. If you watched our previous episode with the bourbon, the bourbon was kind of really light on the palate, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very soft. This
Approachable.
Obviously it's 10 proof points higher. It's got a little bit more punch. Okay, you want to say something? I want to give you.
No, you keep going.
No,
I'm just trying to process.
I want to
Keep
hear,
going.
No, I want to hear your first. What's your first?
It drinks like a rye.
It does drink like a
It drinks like a stinking rye. I'm sorry, I did not mean to step on you.
No,
I'm just shocked
I
because
could tell you had something that needed to come out.
it drinks like a rye. It is, you get this awesome, just, it's sweet and floral and fruity on the front. Again, almost like a cherry fruit. And then you're left with this kind of pepperiness to it that is in no way in character with a 19% wheat mash bill. Did we pour the wrong one?
No, and I want to clarify something. When I say it drinks like a rye, I don't get sometimes with a rye, you kind of get that pine or spearmint flavor. I don't get that at all.
I'm talking about
like
spice.
the pepperiness. Yeah.
Pepper, and this is pure black pepper, and it is so nice. It may be my favorite weeder I've ever had because it doesn't taste anything like a weeder.
It's pretty good.
And it has, I think you hit it out of the park. It is approachable and light in mouthfeel, just like the sweet mash bourbon.
Not as light though.
It's not as light
It's got
because
a
it's
little bit
100
more
proof.
heft.
A little bit more weightiness to it, but it's sweet and then peppery, and it hangs around. I even get kind of some pepper on the roof of my mouth. I really like this.
Yeah.
I really do. What's MSRP on this bottle?
MSRP $54.99.
So $5 more than the sweet mash, but this is bottled in bond, 10
Yeah.
proof higher.
I mean, how many bottled and bond bourbons can you buy these days for $54.99? I know there are there are several, and they're good, but
How many bottled and bond weeded bourbons can you buy?
good question. I
How
don't
many
know.
bottled and bond weeded bourbons are there? There are not many. I really like this. I really do. I will say this. It is not overly complex. Splash of sweetness, black pepper, hangs around for a little bit. This does have quite a bit more oak character than the sweet mash bourbon. It is a really nice logical step up. And we didn't do these in any particular order, but we filmed the sweet mash first. Now we're on to the weeded bourbon. This is that next step up. I really enjoy this. I really like this one. I think they got the mash bill wrong. This is all mislabeled. This is pure Indiana rye. This is weird,
No,
and
it's
I
good.
love it.
It's got a good finish. I'm starting to get a little bit of some chocolate. Like you said, not super complex, but just enough. There's just enough there.
Flavor.
Right?
It's flavorful. It's
It's got a nice, like you said, a little bit of a nice oaky finish.
sweet, oaky, black pepper.
Right.
I think I gave the sweet mash bourbon a 7.
You did.
I'll give this a 7.2 flat. 7.2. Not 7.25, 7.2.
That's exactly what I was going to rate it.
First to market, 7.2.
Yeah.
I really like that. It's a really good, and what's fun about distilleries like this, so we're both giving it 7.2s? I feel like it's
I'm going to go with it.
7.2s.
I'm not going to change it just
7.2.
because you rated it a 7.2.
What's fun
That's what
about
it is.
craft distilleries, and I said this about the sweet mash, and you should go back and watch that episode as well, is if I'm at a craft distillery, I don't want it to taste like Buffalo Trace. I don't want it to taste like Heaven Hill. I don't want it to taste like Wild Turkey. I want it to taste like Hard Truth or Starlight or whatever. This is a unique flavor.
It is. It's a unique mash bill.
Yeah. Hard Truth.
Good job.
Excellent job.
Charlie, before we wrap this up, we promised the good people
We did.
a giveaway
You watched.
in the opening.
You stumbled.
We deliver.
You suffered through 10 minutes of us babbling on. So now we're going to tell you how you at home can win Old Forester 117 Series High Angel Share.
What you need to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel.
That's a must.
That is a must. Then you need to drop us an email at sointhebourbon@gmail.com. Just put Angel in the subject line and let us know that you subscribed and that you want to be entered into the contest. And if you're already subscribed, that's great. Just drop us the email and we'll get you entered.
Yeah, and we're going to pick somebody, and stay tuned on the YouTube page. We are not publicizing this on our socials. It is only going to be available on YouTube. It's a YouTube-only giveaway.
That's right.
So we're not letting So Into Bourbon on Instagram or Facebook or
Whiskey Realtor
on TikTok. They don't have the opportunity. Only you are devoted YouTubers.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. And as always, keep your wallets loose.
And your bungholes tight. Good night, everybody.
Peace out. Hard Truth.
What the heck? These things are on there. I wonder if they bottled these when it was cold. Oh, I didn't think that.
So wet.
I didn't think that was
Made it so wet.
Not touching that one. Gross. No, stop it. Oh, look, I found more.
Look it up.
You yell at me first. Almost said it. Almost gave him an outtake. Okay.
Do you think? I'm not going to talk until you do it.
We have really been too efficient. None of us have said anything truly ridiculous. We're getting too good.
We can fix that.
That's the problem.
Give me time.
We're getting too good at this. Very nostalgic
let
today.
you do it.
Hard truth, take 5.